wasn't it a stinking today on the Gold Coast? Beautiful day, about mid-30s I think. Well, I just finished work, another day done and dusted, and I wanted to talk about cravings. So often I get people come in saying, I just can't stop eating. I need to, what sort of snacks can I have? And they're constantly reaching for bars and the little protein balls and all sorts of things like that. So I wanted to just address some information that I have on things that you can do to help with uncontrolled cravings, which may lead into things like binge eating or just not a feeling of being satisfied by food. One of the things that I go to first is magnesium. So magnesium gets used for over 300 processes in the body. It's such a vital nutrient, and most often these days we don't get enough of it. And if you happen to consume artificial sweeteners in your diets, it leaches magnesium from your body, so it puts you even further back. Magnesium comes in so many different forms. It's not like it's attached to a carrier protein. So we have magnesium citrate, magnesium phosphate, magnesium oxide, magnesium amino acid chelate, which is broken down into a diglycinate or a biglycinate. So there's so many sort of things that it can be attached to, and really they code for where it's going to be most absorbed in the body. So magnesium citrate is one that tends to go straight to the cells, and when you're looking at cravings and to a lesser extent blood sugar issues, you really want to make sure that the health of the cell is optimal. So starting with a magnesium supplement is something that I always recommend a lot of my clients go with. It just ticks the box for so many things. Anti-anxiety, helps to balance serotonin and dopamine, given that your gut's working well, and serotonin, big majority of serotonin is made in the gut. Reduces muscle and bone pain, helps you sleep better, wake with more energy, the list goes on and on. But it's also one of those things that I tend to find throughout my work is cravings are a signal from your body saying that it needs something. But unfortunately we don't hear, hey, I need magnesium, or hey, I need zinc. We just through behaviour go, I need food, I need energy, I need something quick. And if we address those nutrient imbalances and really put a lot of good stuff in the body, it's amazing how the whole face of cravings change. And something that you would have thought was behaviour based completely changes, and it's really wonderful to see. A lot of people used to say to me, I'm not that person who can leave chocolate in their fridge. If it's there, I know it's there and I will eat it all. When I replete a lot of their mineral balance, they're like, I've had chocolate in my fridge for 2 weeks and I've never been able to do that. So oftentimes we think that's behaviour and I have no willpower. Most often willpower's really got nothing to do with it. The body is on a biochemical level will drive you to fuel behaviours. So magnesium is a great place to start, as I said, because it just does so much for the body. When we then sort of go to address things like blood sugar, we have so many herbs and nutrients and supplements that at our dispense to really help with things like that. We've gone through chromium. So chromium is something that a lot of people have used with great success in carbohydrate cravings. I know there's recently a study come out that said chromium can cause cancer. I think from the study, from what I read, that they'd injected large doses of it into these little mice, and large doses of anything's probably not going to be great for you. Too much of anything, too much of a good thing is still too much. So chromium can help in some people, and we've got lots of nutrients and herbs as well. I mean, magnesium really helps with blood sugar. Cinnamon is wonderful. Cinnamon's something that you can include in the diet. If you don't like cinnamon, you can get capsules. You can get liquid as well, but that's really intense. But if you don't mind the taste of cinnamon, having that as a part of a liquid herbal formula can be, add a little bit of flavour to sometimes some really bitter components. Gymnema. So Gymnema sylvestre is a herb that we use which really neutralises the taste buds. So you can have a liquid shot of Gymnema or a Gymnema tea and then have something sugary afterwards, and it will completely change the way that your taste buds receive the sweet carbohydrate flavour. Some companies do some really good blood sugar formulations, and I really encourage you to go down to a health food store if you feel that you have big cravings and you can't stop yourself from overeating, ask one of the naturopaths there to recommend a really good magnesium supplement. And maybe, just doing one round of a blood sugar regulator can just be enough to allow your cells to start talking to one another, so that it really sort of senses in the system what happens. And particularly people with hypoglycemia, so low blood sugar, it can often be that the cells aren't really talking in the environment within your body, and when sugar comes in, an over response from the pancreas of pushing out insulin into the system can occur, which will dip you right low, and then you start going in that behavior track again. You'll go and grab something to sort of fulfill a sugar thing. But if you sort of take a step back and start addressing things on a molecular level by adding great nutrition, you can help combat that. So and it's amazing that really starts to shift the way that you eat and the way that you view food. You can, without cravings, most often people can really feel satisfied eating less food. So I truly believe that we've been fooled into believing we need more food than we actually do. Most people, if it's good quality food, instead of processed junk or little fillers, if you eat good quality food, you can get away with a lot less. There's breakfast, lunch and dinner, I think, was created by probably some wheat board or dairy board or meat board or some government agency. We just eat too much. Our digestive systems are overloaded. Our internal chemistry is just so smashed with so many things, and oftentimes just really listen to your body as to how it's feeling. Are you hungry, or are you bored, or are you thirsty? And addressing nutrient status and maybe doing one round of a supplement to help with blood sugar can really sort of help the body to give you some information on, what, actually, I'm not hungry. I'll have some water, I'll have a cup of tea, or I'll do something else. And that can really, because oftentimes when we're so focused on weight loss, we're hitting it from the wrong angle. So if we start right back by actually giving the body amazing nutrition, and there's so many different ways that we can do that, and smoothies can be one way for a lot of people. I look at smoothies as a way to pack in maximum nutrition. I add so much to it that it's like a whole food supplement for me, and I start the day really well. If I've had one of those, I'm hydrated. I've got some good forms of protein or collagen and gelatin, some beautiful powders like cacao powder, acai, makai, mucuna, chia seeds, all sorts of things. Depending on taste, there's so many things that you can add to these, and once you fill those nutrient stores, you'll find that you can go for quite a while in between meals and feel very satisfied, not getting any issues with dipping in blood sugar or headaches or moody or anxiety, and particularly in a liquid blended form like that, you're really giving your digestive system a break. A lot of times we're not digesting things very well either, and some enzymes can help with that. We can get enzymes from food, pineapple, papaya, kiwi, and even the good old lemon in water can just really sort of help to cleanse the system of a morning and get the digestive system started. So there's lots of things that we can do, and I highly recommend for people, work up to it, because it's very difficult to do straight off if you've never had to do it before. But drinking a litre of warmish water, ideally with some lemon, or just good plain filtered water, within the first hour upon rising, particularly if you've got issues with constipation, just having extra water in the system can help dramatically with that, without having to use any herbs, which can often overstimulate the lower bowel and lead to lazy bowel long term. Overuse of laxative herbs can really do your bowel a disservice. So, try drinking more water. I know it's simple, and oftentimes it's the simple things that have the biggest results, and water's most often something that we forget to do. So make it a habit, even if for a week, and just see the changes. Even hydrating your skin, helping your digestive system, keeping you more mentally alert, and particularly if you exercise as well. Putting a couple of extra minerals in there, maybe a little sprinkle of a good organic hand harvested, I don't know if you can get organic sea salt, those types of things. Just adding some extra mineral bases, not table salt, not the stuff from the supermarket. It doesn't count, that's not the real stuff. Anything with a bit of a colour to it. It hasn't been overly processed. You don't need much, just a pinch in a litre of water can really sort of help making your own natural electrolyte drink. Alright, well, it was great to speak with you guys, and I hope you got something useful out of the video today. It's super windy here today. The clouds are coming over in, I think, a late night storm tonight. So I hope you all had a beautiful week. Enjoy your next week, and see you soon. Bye.